Hi everyone, my name is Sarah Volmar. I am a junior here at the University of North Texas, and I would love to preface with the fact that I am a little bit sick, so we're going to try and push through this as much as possible without any hiccups. So the question that I will be answering today is B11, which is what do I believe are essential abilities for teamwork? So growing up, I was put into team sports, and so I learned from quite an early age how to manage teamwork and how or what the best way to go about teamwork was. And so some things that I noticed whenever I was a kid were like, oh, why isn't this person being put into a game? Or like, why am I not being put into this game? And that was because of team strategy, which is what I ended up learning. So with team strategy, it's always going to be easier to look at individual qualities of a person and see what they bring to a table. So that's usually the route that I'll go once I go into teamwork. So if I'm given a project at school and we have a bunch of lists of things that we need to get done, we'll separate everybody. We'll say, okay, how do you feel about doing this? How do you feel about doing this? And taking their word on that. So making sure to communicate is the second biggest thing for teamwork. Communicating with your teammates and really getting to know your teammates in how they work, in the way that they like to work, and the way that you like to work is super important because those two can be very different things. So it's always important to know and take their word for how they work and the way that they work in a team, and trusting that and making sure that they're good, but also making sure you're okay and being able to make a good balance out of that. So the next point that I'd like to get to is trust and respect, which is what I kind of mentioned. You need to be able to respect and trust your teammates. If your teammates are feeling as if you're not really giving them that same respect or valuing another player or another team worker as more valuable, then you're kind of going to not only lose respect but also be seen as a bad teammate. You always want to treat all of your teammates the same way and make sure that they feel respected as well as yourself. The next point that I would like to make is getting into the mind of being in a team and a team player. So whenever you're looking at sports and things like that, they all have a collective goal. With that collective goal, we have to understand that there are different parts that need to be examined to really find a way to succeed in that goal. So we see the different routes that football players make and how that can really make a big difference in the game. So making sure that we find a right route and that you're making sure that your team players are okay and that yourself is okay. So those are just a couple things that I think are essential for being a great team player and why I believe that I would make a great medical assistant. So thank you for your time. Bye.